First leg of the treble in Hong Kong is race 8, and here is the lineup for this Class 4 over 1,600 metres. And it looks a nice contest on paper as well, with again a race with a few chances. Having said that, King's Race was an impressive victor last start, up in trip. Naboo Star's been disappointing this time back. So far just the one run, but he was disappointing. Blastoise was going okay. Dynasta, Socket Elite, Aero Flash, Choo Chow Kid. Then we go down to Little General, who's drawn the outside barrier, and Savvy 7 has drawn gate number 1. Now, Socket Elite and Savvy 7 are the two that have been back and forth to Chun Fa. How does the speed unfold here, Tom?
Good to slow. They're predicting a King's Race. They went forward last time out and he was able to score at 24 to 1 in the market to King's Race last time out. Aero Flash with a low draw, a middle of the line draw anyway of gate number 8. He might be able to get down to the rail. Sunshine Warrior, he's been there or thereabouts recently. Poor old Little General can't draw a gate. He's had 10, 13, 12. This time he's got 14. And Cheerful Leader with Savvy 7 behind them.
Sunshine Warrior, look, he's got plenty of ability, this horse, but he can be wayward on race day, as we know. His track work's pretty good, though. He just does it under a nice hold. He's got that fitness, and he goes well. He's just learning to run straight and not being a naughty boy on race day. King's Race, now he's working here with Dealmaker. As you mentioned, he did win. He's stepping up here to the 1,600 metres from his 1,400. He's 249s. He's one on the inside King's Race. Dealmaker earlier, and he's got a race earlier on. And this is Little General working with Craig Starr. Now, Craig Starr's going to be one of the favourites in the last. He's one on the inside, but Little General has got blinkers on for the first time.
I should have mentioned with those blinkers on, they might push forward with them, maybe.
It is an option, no doubt about that. Let's start off with Sunshine Warrior. Epta Wins just ran on for 6th, and Aero Flash was 10th. Epta Wins stepping up to the mile now, as is Sunshine Warrior for the second time. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sunshine Warrior here. His only run 1,600 metres was going back to the middle of June, and he was caught wide. He was in the end beaten 14 lengths when he was at 3 to 1 in the market. So I think forget that run with him. He's been racing well since. He won the start after, and he's run 7th, 3rd and 2nd in his last few. Behind the in-form Emerald Spur, he got Telecom Rocket on the inside. I think he can go close here, to be honest. Yeah, no, it was a good run from Sunshine Warrior. He just needs to stay straight, doesn't he? I mean, that win, when he did win, he showed a really good turn of foot. All right, Little General got back on this occasion, but as Tom just mentioned a moment or so ago, the blinkers do go on for the first time. And King's Race was able to find the rail, find the front, and get into a real nice rhythm. He had fun times chasing him here, and he was a winner at his prior start, and he just kept getting better and better the further the race went. I think going up to a mile, and the outside barrier is not an issue for him because he's a big, sizable galloper. He just needs to work his way across to the front, and he can probably win again. Yeah, no, the question with him is just whether they leave him alone in front, I think. If they leave him alone in front, then he could do that again. Yeah, I think they potentially will leave him alone in front as well. Yeah, I like him. I think he's a horse in this race going forward. Others may be hovering in this class. Blastoise has been close, it's fair to say, at his last two. He's had one good draw, one bad draw. He's got an average draw again there on Saturday, and Savvy 7's got the good draw. Yeah, he has. Now, Blastoise's Zach Purden's on for the first time, so change of jockey there. You were all over this earlier on in the season, Paul. Yeah, I've got him on top. I think he's just about ready to win, Blastoise. They stepped him up to 1,800 metres, and I was sort of waiting for that, and then he ran nicely. Back to 1,600, he ran even better, so here at 1,600, I really like him. Once again, Little General, you can see him finishing off really nicely. The blinkers on him, and I like Savvy 7, so I like all three of those. I think if he's going to be able to win those, he's going to have to come from a long way back, Blastoise, to do it. And if there's not a lot of tempo in the race, that just might hinder him a bit. It won't bother Paul putting him on top, will it, Paul? No, not at all. Look, the question is the tempo of the race, just to see if they leave King's race alone or not. Or there's a few others stepping up. I mean, Socket Elite's an interesting runner. He can go forward. Aero Flash can go forward. And Choo Chow Kid as well. So we'll see how the race pans out. But I've got Blastoise on top to beat the 14, which is Savvy 7. Another one that does get back. The 13 in there for 3rd, which is Little General. And Sunshine Warrior has been running well there in 4th. 6, 14, 13 and 1. Ended up going with Sunshine Warrior in the end. He hasn't done too much wrong. He has fouled over 1,600 in the past, but he was caught out wide on that occasion. So 1 to beat the 6th, that is Blastoise, 3 King's Race, and I'll throw in Little General with the blinkers on, hood being reapplied, cheek pieces
coming off. He just can't draw an alley. 1, 6, 3 and 13.
No, he can't. I'll go with King's Race. He hasn't drawn an alley either, but I don't think that'll worry Matthew Poon. He can run his own race out there. I like the way he won last start.